You think change is impossible? You think you're stuck in the body you have, the life you have? You think your past dictates your future? Let me tell you something. The only thing holding you back is you. The only thing keeping you trapped is the story you keep telling yourself. That voice in your head that says, this is who I am. This is all I can be. But that voice is a liar. That voice is weak. That voice is a part of you that wants to stay comfortable, stay stagnant, stay mediocre. And you have to shut it down. You have to stand in front of that mirror, look yourself in the eye and say, I am not this. I am more. I will be more. I was overweight, depressed, working a dead-end job. I was stuck in a cycle of self-pity, excuses, and regret. And I had every reason to stay there. Every reason to tell myself it was too late, that I was too far gone, that change was impossible. Something inside me snapped. Something inside me refused to accept that this was it, that this was all life had to offer me. So I made a decision. And that decision changed everything. I started running, and let me tell you, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't graceful, it wasn't easy. My lungs burned. My legs felt like lead. My body screamed at me to stop. My mind begged me to quit. But I didn't. I kept going. I pushed past the pain, past the discomfort, past the doubt, because I knew that every step forward was a step away from the person I used to be, and a step closer to the person I wanted to become. And that's the secret, that's the key. Change doesn't happen when it's easy. Transformation doesn't come when things are comfortable. It happens in the pain, in the suffering, in the moments where everything inside you says, stop. That's when you find out what you're really made of. That's when you decide whether you're gonna break or become unbreakable. People look for shortcuts. They want the easy way out. They want results without sacrifice. They want to wake up one day and be fit, successful, unstoppable, without ever putting in the work. But that's not how this works. If you want to change your life, if you want to transform your body, your mind, your future, you have to be willing to go to war with yourself every single day. You have to be willing to step into the fire, endure the heat, and let it forge you into something stronger. You have to accept that pain is part of the process. The struggle is a prerequisite for growth. There are no hacks, no effortless fixes. Just brutal, relentless, day in, day out effort. And that's what separates those who dream from those who do. The ones who rise above are the ones who embrace the grind, who stare down their weaknesses and break through them instead of running away. Are you ready to face that fire? Are you ready to sacrifice who you are for who you could become? I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a fancy gym. I didn't have some perfect plan laid out for me. All I had was my willpower, my decision, my refusal to give up. And that's all you need too. You don't need the best equipment. You don't need the ideal circumstances. You just need to start. You just need to take that first step. At first, I could barely run a mile. My feet ached with every step. My lungs felt like they were on fire. My heart pounded so hard I thought it might burst. My mind screamed at me to stop, throwing every excuse it could find my way. You're too tired. You're too weak. You can't do this. But I refused to listen. I shut down the voice of weakness, the voice of mediocrity, and I kept running. I ran until my feet bled, until my muscles trembled with exhaustion. I ran until my legs refused to carry me any further, and then somehow I found the strength to run some more. Because I wasn't just running for fitness, I was running for survival, running to break free from the chains of my past, running toward the version of myself that I knew existed, buried beneath years of excuses and regret. Every painful step was a rebellion against the person I used to be, and a declaration of the warrior I was becoming. And every day I woke up sore. Every day I faced another battle, But I kept pushing, I kept grinding, I kept suffering because I knew that suffering was the price of greatness, and I was willing to pay it. Are you? You think you're too far gone? You think you're stuck? Let me tell you something. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your mistakes. You are whatever you decide to be. But you have to decide. You have to take ownership of your life. No more excuses. No more self-pity. No more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. The only time is now. So what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and let life pass you by, watching as others push themselves while you remain stagnant? Are you going to keep feeding yourself the same tired excuses, telling yourself that tomorrow will be different, that next week you'll start, that someday you'll take control? Or are you going to make the decision right now to stand up, to face your fears, to push past every obstacle in your way and transform your life with relentless determination? The choice is yours. The time is now. No more waiting, no more excuses. Get up, get after it, and never stop. Because that's what it takes. There's no secret formula, no magic pill, just raw, relentless effort. Just a decision to be better, to be stronger, to be unstoppable. This journey isn't about looking good. It's not about impressing people. It's about becoming who you were meant to be. It's about pushing yourself beyond your limits and discovering the strength you never knew you had. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing, really knowing, that you gave everything you had, from fat to fit, from weak to strong, from broken to unbreakable. That's the journey. That's the mission. And it's not just about fitness. It's about your mindset, your discipline, your life. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you can train yourself to suffer in the gym, to push past limits in your workouts, then you can push past limits in every part of your life. Your job, your relationships, your goals. Everything shifts the moment you decide that average is no longer acceptable. When you choose to raise your standards and refuse to settle for mediocrity, you unlock a new level of potential. It's when you commit to being relentless, to pushing past the limits that once held you back, that transformation truly begins. The second you demand more from yourself, the world responds in kind. But it starts with you. It starts with a choice, a decision, a commitment to never go back to the person you used to be, to never let weakness win again. You don't need motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. What you need is discipline, the ability to show up day after day, no matter how you feel, no matter how tired you are, no matter how much you want to quit. So get up. Stop waiting. Stop wishing. Stop hoping. Take action. Take control. Push yourself harder than you ever have before. And don't stop. Not when it gets hard. Not when it gets painful. Not when you feel like you have nothing left. Because that's when it matters most. That's when you grow. That's when you transform. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The future is yours. But you have to take it. You have to earn it. You have to fight for it. So what are you waiting for? Get up, get after it, and never stop.